Good morning, ma'am.
Where's your friends?
Ma'am, today we have TCS exam.
What do you have?
TCS exam.
TCS placements is there today.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So what about other classes then?
Ma'am, I don't know.
So what will we do for today's class then?
Don't know,
So
ma'am.
I'm doing an important unit from the test perspective also.
Yes,
What time is
yes.
your TCS placement?
Ma'am, actually it is off campus.
Off campus.
Yes, ma'am.
So only you're going to be there or anybody will join?
Don't know. We can
If
wait
that's
for
the
some.
Yeah, we'll wait for some time and you're not going for the TCS, right? Are you going for the campus?
Ma'am, I had it yesterday.
You're not. So you attend the class and later if your friends have any doubts, you can clarify to them. Okay?
Okay.
Friends, it's already 8:50. We will start. If students join, if they have doubts, then we'll get it clarified then. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So now I've presented a file with you, right? So yesterday we had done problem, we had seen the formula calculations for work in progress when physical units are given, right? So basically we're trying to
Yes,
estimate the
ma'am.
work in progress. So I had given the formulas and we had seen some examples how the calculations is done. Now same thing, work in progress we are going to calculate when physical units are not given, right? So when physical units are not given, so how do we calculate? So for raw material, so work in progress, you all realize that it has raw material, it has labor, it has overheads. These three components has to be included in the work in progress calculations, right? So when you're estimating the working capital, right? So for that, first for the raw material, it is basically the formula is annual cost of raw material to be consumed by 12 months into process period into the degree of completion, right? So this will be the formula that we are going to use for when physical units are not given, right? So when this is for raw material, this will be for labor. So labor or wages, wages is given as annual wages by 12 months into process period into degree of completion. So this will be for when you're doing the calculations for labor. Yeah, otherwise we're basically for labor also we're calculating the wages, right? So this wages component is directly proportional to our labor component. So we're calculating the wages for the labor criteria. So it is annual wages by 12 months into process period into degree of completion, right? So next we have formula for work in progress stock. So for work in progress stock, you have manufacturing overheads, you have annual manufacturing overheads by 12 months into process period into the degree of completion, right? So these will be the stuff when we will be using for calculating the manufacturing overheads. So annual manufacturing overheads by 12 months into process period into degree of completion. Okay. So next you have the formula when physical units for raw, when the physical units are given, then for raw material will be work in progress units, whatever they have given, into degree of completion into raw material cost per unit, right? So this is, we're going to use the formula, they summarized it. We're going to use the formula when the physical units are being given. Similarly for wages, work in progress units into degree of completion into the labor cost per unit, right? So I think we have taken all these formulas in the last class. We're just going to see the gist. So when physical units are given, then manufacturing overheads is equal to work in process per unit into degree of completion into manufacturing overheads per unit. Any doubts till here, Prince?
No, ma'am, no.
No. Chandan? Any doubts still here? Prajwal? So these are the calculations that we'll be using to calculate for work in progress. Now we need to also compute the debtors. For computation of debtors, the formula will be the debtors period is given by cost of credit sales by 12 months by it, if they are given in 12 months, 12 months, if they're given in days, days, if they're given in weeks, then we'll take it as weeks, right? 12 months or 365 days or number of weeks if they're given into average collection period, right? So into average collection period, right? So we have to find out how much will be the average collection period and then we will include here.
Ma'am, how to find out the average collection period?
Average collection period, they will tell the estimation will be done for 4 weeks or every estimation will be done for 1.5 months. So they would have been given for calculation process. They will take 4 weeks or 5 weeks, something they would have given 2 months proportion period that they would have given. So based on that, we will calculate the average collection period. Based on the problem defined, we will take what is the average collection period. Like when you are when you're trying to buy some material or when you've given your material, so you need to collect money from them, right? So you will tell by every 4 months you need to clear your bill, or every some organization want to be more liberal, they'll give 4 months time. Some organization want to be they're very concentrated on their cash, so they will tell every 2 months you have to make the payment, or somebody will give only 15 days period as the time, right? So based on that we need to make the calculations. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Next. So they've given the example. So here also they've given raw materials, wages, manufacturing overheads. Same thing like in the previous problem we have taken. They've get told the depreciation is ₹1, right? So, and they've given the administrative overheads as ₹1, selling and distribution expenses as 2, profit is ₹5, and selling expenses is ₹20, right? So they're telling credit period allowed to debtors 2 months. Somebody asked me, how do we find out, right? Now here they've told us the credit period allowed to debtors is 2 months they have given us, right? And cash sales is 20%. So if cash sale is 20%, so what will be the percentage utilization? It will be the 80% of it. We need to find out what will be the 80% of it. What is the leftover with us, right? So that's what we have to find out from the debtors side, right? So if you leaving this depreciation value, if you add all these value, you will get 14. See, 5 plus 4 plus remove 1 from here, so it will become 2, and 1 and 2 if you add you will get 14, right? So this 14 into number of units produced. In the last problem also they had given us somewhere here, if you remember, they are producing 60 units. The same problem in a different perspective we had seen. Say activity level is 60,000 units, right? Here also the same 60,000 units we are going to consider. So it will be 14 into 60,000 units. It will be 8,40,000, right? So total cost of sales will be 8,40,000, right? And of this, cash sales is only 20%. So what is the remaining? So it will be 80% of 8,40,000, right? So if you compute, you will get 6,72,000. 6,72,000. So the formula says 6,72,000 by the number of months. They've given in months here, so we will take months. So by 12 into the average collection period. The average collection period is given as 2 months. So 6,72,000 by 12 into 2. So you will get this answer if you compute. Any doubts here?
No, ma'am.
No.
So now with this strategy, I think I will post this content also in today's class, right? So maybe this will be the class which I can effectively utilize for your class for before the test. Next class will be the revision. So whatever I'm doing till here will be there for your test, right? So one problem on this kind of material you'll have one short problem I will show you now. So that problem also will be included, and next this variety of problem also will be included in working management. So we go down to the problem immediately. We don't have time. First now I'm sharing a problem with you. Can you see this problem? Is it visible to you all? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, what I want you to do is I want you to take down this problem, right? So in the meantime, my laptop charger is getting low. So in the meantime, I'll go and get my charger. By the time I want you to copy this question. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Boys, have you taken down the problem?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So what can you tell me? What is they've asked us to calculate the net working capital. So how do we calculate the net working capital? First, if you have taken down this question, I would like to move to the paint. Okay? I want to share my paint file. Have you taken down this question?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, what's the formula for net working capital? What's the formula for net working capital? What is the formula, boys? Current assets minus current assets minus boys, am I audible to you all? What's the formula? The net working capital will be current assets minus current liabilities, right? Boys, ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಕೊತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? Can you follow me? Prajwal, can you hear me? Prince? Sheikh? Sheikh? Prajwal, are you there? Prajwal R. Patil?
Yes, ma'am. Actually,
Can you
network
hear
problem.
me? Network problem. Okay, fair enough. So you know the formula for net working capital will be gross current assets minus current liabilities. See, I think in the last class only we have discussed. I had given you all these problems and we had solved one basic kind of problem to calculate our operating cycle. Now next variety will be to calculate our working capital. Now when they are asking to calculate the working capital, we have to consider our assets, right? So assets, sometimes what people will do, right? So they have given two columns. If you observe your problem, they have given us two columns. They have said current asset is, they have given, how much is the current asset value they have given us in the problem? They have given us 2,10,000. Liabilities they have given us 2,10,000. I have seen some of the papers in which you calculate saying this asset value is given as, they've not given current asset, they've just given assets. You will take it as 2,10,000. Current liabilities is given as 2,10,000. You will do this and you will show the net working capital is 0. That means what I will do is, if you make this kind of calculations, I will put this wrong and give 0 marks. Here, they have asked us to calculate for current assets and current liabilities. Okay, so we know what is working capital, the amount of money that we use during the process of the taking, right from taking the raw material until it has been it has been delivered, right? So what money involvement is there? We have to consider only that, right? So we should be very careful while we are calculating the net working capital, right? So now what we will do, what you need to do is, now first I have to compute my assets. Like, are you looking at your table, the current assets, which the problem I asked you to take it down before I went to take my charger? Because I want you to look at that.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, you in the asset column, plant and machinery is, does it come under the current asset? Does plant and machinery come under the current asset? Boys, will it come under the current asset? It will not come. Land and building also will not come, right? Next, we have furnitures. That also will not come under the current assets, right? So, your assets will start from stocks. Stocks will be the current asset. Sundry debtors will be the current asset. Bills receivable will be the current asset. Semi-finished goods will be the current asset. You need to sum up these values and find out what will be your current asset, right? Can somebody tell me what are those values? So stock value, stock is how much? Stock is, the value of stock,
20,000.
it is 20,000. I'm going to calculate for current assets. Okay, 20,000 plus sundry debtors will be, it is 25,000. Then you have bills receivable. How much is the value?
10,500.
10,500. And what was the last one? It is semi-finished goods. How much is the value?
4,500.
4,500. So can you sum up this value and tell me how much?
60,000.
It is 60,000. So you have computed what is your current assets. Same thing, we need to calculate what will be our current liabilities. Now current liabilities, again, they have given us capital profit. Will that come under the current assets? Long-term borrowings, long-term. If it had given short-term borrowings, then it will come under the current liabilities. Now capital profit and long-term borrowings will not come under the liabilities. Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now next we have to consider only the things that comes under the current liabilities are your sundry creditors and bills payables. What is your sundry creditors? It is 21,500. Are you looking at the table, boys? The problem which I shared you. In the liabilities, capital, profit, long-term borrowings will not be coming under the current liabilities. But instead of long-term borrowings, if they are given short-term borrowings, then that value will come here. Since it is long-term borrowings, it will not come under the current liabilities. So we need to consider only sundry creditors and bills receivable. Sundry creditors value is 21,500 and bills payable is 8,500. How much is this? 500,000. I think it is 30,000.
30,000. Ma'am, why profit will not come in current liability?
Because profit will be, how will you calculate your profit? You will not calculate every month. The profit margin will not be calculated every month. Academic year, over the period, your turnover, all that will be calculated for a long period of time. So one academic year or one complete year will be taken to calculate the profit. So it will not come under the current liabilities. Okay? Okay? Now, can you tell me what will be the net working capital?
30,000.
It will be 30,000. Last time, I think in last 2 years back, they also had asked calculate the ratio of current assets to current liabilities. So what will be the ratio? Your current assets is 60,000. Your current liabilities is 30,000. So the ratio will be
Mr.
It will
2.
be, this will get cancelled, this will be cancelled. So this will be 1, this will be 2. It will be 2:1. The ratio of current assets to current liabilities. For this, they had given 2 marks. So if you don't do this unnecessarily, you will be losing 2 marks. Read the question carefully and then solve the problem. Very, very simple problem. Only thing, from the balance sheet, you need to identify what are the things that will come under the current asset, what are the things will come under the current liabilities. Don't simply take the sum of all the assets they have given, sum of all the liabilities, and subtract and show the value. You need to correctly identify what are the things that will come under the assets, what are the things will come under the liabilities, and you need to find the difference. Is it clear, boys? One such priority of the problem you need to prepare. Any doubts here?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So quickly, we'll move on to the next variety of the problem. So see, this problem I'm unable to copy it on, post it on the pen. I will share with the same Word file with you. Can you see this problem? Boys, is this zooming enough? You want some more zooming? Boys, I will post it in the classroom. I'm left over only with 15 minutes. I want to finish this problem at any cost. So we will look at this problem, okay? And I'm going to post this material in your Google Classroom today. By the end of the day, I will post the PPT, all the content required for your working capital. All the material will be posted. You can go across and try to solve it. If you have any doubts, we can discuss in the Wednesday's class. Is it clear? That is in your next class. Shall I read the problem? Can anybody read the problem for me? I want somebody to read the problem for me.
Ma'am, the particulars are element of raw material.
Yes? Go ahead. Particulars are given, amounts for each of the thing, per unit
Cost.
values have been given. So in like
Raw
work in
material,
progress,
direct labor, overhead.
continue. Looks like some network lag. I'll read out the problem. They're basically giving a cost sheet of a company, providing the following particulars. They've given the elements of cost, they've given the direct material, they've given the direct labor, they've given the overhead charges. Everything is given in per units, and they're told the total cost is 170 and the profit is 30. All are in per unit. The selling price is 200, right? So they are asking us to, the following further particulars are available. They're telling the raw material in stock an average of 1 month. So raw material is, they've calculated for 1 month. Material in progress, completion in stage, right? So you need to take 50%. The weights have been clearly mentioned here. Can you see? They have given the weights. For which formula you need to use this weights? In the formulas, when you're computing work in progress. If you see, there they've given the weights as 50%. The completion stage, average completion period, there was a formula, right? Do you remember the formula, or should I play the formula for you all? Do you all remember the formula, boys? How many people are there in the class now? Anyway, one thing I'll do is I'll record this video and post it in the Google Classroom. You can have a look at it. And if you have any doubts, you can get back to me. Okay, I will give the explanation. If you have any doubts, I will make sure that I post this video in the Google Classroom as well. You go through it, and then if you have doubts, we can discuss on Wednesday. Right? I think it looks like some network lag, so we will look at it. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Now they've given us the material in progress, the completion stage, the formula they've given us 50% on an average of half a month. They've taken consideration for an average of half a month. Finished goods in stock, an average of 1 month, right? So material in process is half month, right? So half month means how many? We'll see. Half month they've given. Finished goods is in stock, an average of 1 month they have taken. So credit allowed by suppliers is 1 month. Credit allowed to debtors is 2 months. Average timeline in payment of wages is 1.5 weeks, right? So then they have given 1 month overhead expense, 1/4 of the output is sold against cash. Cash in bank and cash in hand is desired to be maintained as 3,65,000. You're required to prepare a statement showing the working capital needed to finance the level of activities for 1,04,000 units of production. You may assume that the production is carried on evenly throughout the year, and wages and overheads occur similarly. For calculation purpose, 4 weeks may be taken as equivalent to month. So they're telling now you need to use weeks for calculation, not months nor year, right? So we will try to go with the calculations, right? So when we go with the calculations, the first part of the calculation will be, so the solution part is here only. I'm showing it here because I'm hardly left with 10 minutes. I will show it here only. So statement showing the determinations of net working capital. So first we will compute current assets, then we'll compute current liabilities. When we are computing the current assets, whatever the problems, whatever the formulas we have discussed in the earlier class, we're going to use the same set of formulas. The stock of raw materials for 1 month is given as, because 1.04 units of production is there, so we will take them. So raw material cost is rupees 80, so you're going to multiply into 80, so into 4 weeks, because they have mentioned somewhere that take as 1 month, maybe taken equivalent to 1 month, right? 4 weeks may be taken into 1 month, so you're taking 4 weeks in a month by divided by 52, right? So stock of materials for 1 month will be 6,42,000. Anybody having doubt with this calculation? So 1,04,000 is the units of production. Per unit cost is rupees 80 into, they've asked us to calculate for 4 weeks. So 4 by 52. Total number of weeks will be 52. So you're using 52 weeks. So the calculation, if you compute everything, you'll get 6,40,000. Any doubts here, boys? Any doubts here? Next, we have work in progress calculations, which is for half month. They have told us that you need to calculate for half a month, on an average of half a month, right? So material in progress calculations will be for half a month. So first material calculation, 1,04,000 units, 1,04,000 units into 80 into half a month. You have only 2 weeks, 2 by 52 into, they have given us the weights as 50%. So you'll multiply into weight. If you compute this value, you will get 1,60,000. Similarly for the labor, if you take labor charges is given as 30, right? So 1,04,000 into 30 into 2 by 52 into the weight is 50%. So if you compute, you'll get 60,000. Next, your overhead charges is given as 60. So 1,04,000 into 60 into half a month, that is into 2 by 50 into weight of 50%, you will get 1,20,000. Right, we have computed our work in progress for half a month. Next, they have told finished goods will be evaluated for 1 month time. So finished goods for 1 month time is 1,04,000 into total cost is 70. Right? So into 70 into 4 by 52. If you compute this value, you will get 13,60,000. So next they have given your debtors is being assumed. So debtors, where is debtors? Credit allowed for debtors is for 2 months has been given. So debtors for 2 months will be 78,000 into 170 into 4 by 52, right? Into 8 by 2 months will have 8 weeks into 8 by 52, right? So you need, if you compute, you'll get 20,40,000, right? Next, cash in hand and bank will be how much they've given us. It has 3,65,000. You're going to take it as 3,65,000. You're going to sum up all this. You will get 4,47,45,000. Now we're going to compute our current liabilities. Current liabilities, now whatever are coming under creditors will come here. Creditors 1 month purchase will be 1,04,000. Then the months is given as 2 months. So into 80 into 4 by 52, you will get 6,42,40,000 itself. So again, average lag time will be how much they have given. Average lag in time they have given 1.5 weeks, right? So that will be 1,04,000 into 60, right? So 1.5 weeks means into almost you're taking it for 4 weeks by 52. So it will be computed for 4,80,000. Next, labor will be 1,04,000 into 30 because labor cost is given as 30. So into 30 by average time lag for 1/4 of the output sold against the cash. Overhead expenses taken as 1 month. So you will take 4 weeks. Labor charges taken as for 1.5 weeks. So you will take it as 3 weeks. 3 weeks by 104. No, 104 is. Yeah, it is 104, correct. So 3 by 104 into, you can refer your formula, it is into 30 by, into 3 by 104, you will get 90,000. So total estimate of current liabilities will be, you need to sum up all that, you will get 12,10,000, right? So your net working capital will be current assets minus current liabilities. So therefore your value, if you subtract 47,45,000 minus 12,10,000, you will get 35,35,000. Any doubts here? You can go through the calculations. Boys, any doubts here? Is there any doubts here?
No.
No. Sure. Is it looking so simple? Boys, until unless you solve how much ever we explain, until unless once when you read your question, when the solution is there, it might look simple, but until unless you solve, read the question and try to solve on your own, you will not understand the depth of your solution. So I hope, I want you to take down the problem, and without seeing the solution, I want you to solve, right? So since we have the solution here, it might look like very simple, but at some places when you should be clear what will be here. See, they have taken the degree of completion of period 3 by 104. You should know all those computations clearly, right? So make sure you do the calculations. Maybe on Wednesday we will continue with the same thing and we'll clarify the doubts. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So today's class, but I'm posting it. I kindly request you all to go through this, and we'll have discussions on Wednesday. Okay. So when all are present in the class? People, you all don't answer the call when I'm calling you, but for attendance, Chandan, are you there? Chandan
He's typing in text box, ma'am.
is typing in text box. Okay. Nilesh, Prince Tonger is there. Sharanaya, Sheikh Manan.
Present, ma'am.
Now you're answering, Sheikh, when I'm asking you so many doubts, whether you're following, you didn't answer anything. Sheikh, Sumuk, this is very, very important unit. Make sure you re-prepare well, okay?
Ma'am, he's
Sumuk?
also typing in chat box.
He's also typing. Prajwal R, Rajat, Pupala Chanakya, Simika, Baswaraj, Ranveer Dorai, Prajwal R Patil. Okay, then with this I'll stop. Make sure you go through the content and come prepared in the next class, okay? We'll continue with the problem in the next class.